So Tom Henderson over at Inside Gaming has a little bit of a holiday gift for all of us. Some comments from Jim Ryan that directly contradict what the FTC is saying. These are reported comments according to sources from Tom Henderson. So let's dive into this right now. So the long and the short of it is basically an insider source is claiming that Sony doesn't view Xbox Game Pass as competition. Now, a little bit surprising to see this coming out during the holidays, but Tom Henderson is reporting this. Insider Gaming. I'll link to the source in the comments below, or not in the comments, in the description. Anyway, here is what is being said. Basically, in response to a question about Xbox Game Pass, Jim Ryan reportedly said that when we consider Game Pass, it seems to be getting lower Game Pass numbers. When we consider Game Pass, we sold more PS5s in 2 years than they have gathered subscribers, and they've been doing that for 6 to 7 years. Ryan reportedly continued, we're just shy of 50 million subscribers and they are in the low 20s, but there's more work to do to grow that number. Now, he's talking about PlayStation Plus, I believe. But the thing is, you can't do a one-to-one comparison with PlayStation Plus. The problem with that is if you're going to compare something one-to-one to PlayStation Plus, it has to be Xbox Live. Xbox Live is separate from PlayStation Plus. They're very close in those terms. What PlayStation did is really smart with their service. They took PlayStation Plus and they said, we're going to upsell people with PlayStation Plus Premium and PlayStation Plus Extra. So like it's extra than premium, actually. It goes that route. And it's interesting that he would point that out according to the source, because it's sort of a strange way to think about it. I mean, he's not dumb. He knows clearly that that is because they converted those users to extra, etc. This page is formatted weird, so I apologize for the scale here. Ryan's reported comments are somewhat surprising when the company is currently battling Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard, which Sony argues is bad for competition, bad for the gaming industry, and bad for gamers themselves. And if you look at what Jim Ryan has actually said in the past and to regulators, here's what Jim Ryan said to regulators, right? I'm going to have to figure out the cropping on this thing here. Let me just figure this. Can I do this? Here, there, boom. This is from Post Up over on Twitter. He said, Game Pass leads PlayStation Plus significantly, but then Insider Gaming is reporting that they don't care about PlayStation Plus, or they don't care about Xbox Game Pass, because they've been at it for 7 years and they only have 29 million subscribers. By the way, that's an updated figure, I believe, from what we last heard. So they're gaining traction quickly. Here's what they told regulators. Game Pass leads PlayStation Plus significantly. Microsoft already has a substantial lead in multi-game subscription services. Game Pass has 29 million subscribers to Xbox Game Pass Console and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and is expected to grow substantially in the future. The multi-game subscription tiers of PlayStation Plus considerably lag, with fewer than redacted the number of subscribers. Now, those are comments that Sony made to regulators. I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure if it was the FTC, the UK, the CMA. I would have to dig for it. But they're saying this one thing, but then behind closed doors, according to Insider Gaming, they're saying, oh, well, we're doing great. So on the one hand, Jim Ryan is saying that we're doing really badly to regulators, but behind closed doors, he's saying, oh, we're crushing them. So which is it? Is it that Game Pass significantly is leading PlayStation Plus? Xbox is a highly successful gaming system. Game Pass is the dominant subscription service. Xbox is the leader in cloud. There is no rival to Game Pass. It will take us years to make a Game Pass rival. Is that the truth? Or is the truth what Insider Gaming is reporting? That's sort of the question being posed by a lot of people. Which one is it, Jim Ryan? In response to a question about Xbox Game Pass, Jim Ryan reportedly said that when we consider Game Pass, it seems to be getting lower Game Pass numbers. When we consider Game Pass, we've sold more PS5s in 2 years than they have gathered subscribers, and they've been doing that for 6 to 7 years. You're going to get called on a statement like that. I don't know why they make it. And then Tom Henderson actually followed up some people who asked about that on Twitter. Everything that was said during the Q&A contradicts what Sony has been saying to regulators, to be honest. And that was a follow-up to a question. Isn't that a contradiction on Sony's part? Absolutely. Yeah, it's not what they have been saying to regulators. So it's very confusing. Because this video is a little bit shorter, I had a few other things I wanted to talk about in reactions to this story. But if you've been watching this long and you like my content, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell. You might know I have a goal of 100,000 subs this year. And half the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you were to hit that subscribe button and you've watched 6 minutes of it, so hopefully you enjoy my content, I would hit my goal. I would hit my goal today. Like, that's how much of an impact it would have if you hit the subscribe button. So thank you so much for watching, and let's get back into it. So there was this other story about Xbox where apparently Xbox is talking about developing a new controller similar to what PlayStation has. Rumor Special Nick has heard that Xbox is internal prototyping and testing a new controller with a with touchpad and haptics similar to what Sony has made. And in the past, you might remember that Phil Spencer said something along the lines of like really admiring what PlayStation did with their controller. Special Nick also was talking about how Shin Megami Tensei 3, 4, and 5 could be coming to Xbox. It would be a similar deal with Atlas as the one they did with Persona. He also mentions that Atlas aren't known for their speedy development. Shin Megami Tensei coming to Xbox would be great. But one I wanted to discuss right now is from, I usually don't like to give people attention when they say stuff like this, but it was interesting, right? So that tweet I read earlier about the console, J-Dub said, damn, stupid Xbox called the DualSense haptic feedback a gimmick. Well, looks like Phil Spencer loves it so much he's copying it for his next Xbox controller. It's almost like when somebody does something that's better than the product that you have, you say, how can we compete with that and offer something similar to our customers? Like PlayStation just did with their brand new controller. Now, inversely, Xbox is saying, you know what? Maybe we could make some improvements to our controller, which I still very much like. That sounds like competition to me. So J-Dub, are you advocating for competition? Well, I guess you support the Activision deal going through, huh? Because then PlayStation and Xbox would have a similar amount of IPs. It's really interesting that you say that. I'm glad to hear that you support. It sounds like you would be all for Activision going through. I don't know what J-Dub's stance is on the Activision deal, but I do find it funny that Xbox improving their controller is such a burn for him. Like, okay. Yeah, so cool. Looking forward to the new Xbox controller. I'm also looking forward to the new PlayStation controller. I find it funny that Dub thinks that's a gotcha. It doesn't seem like a gotcha to me at all. Yeah. There was also another outlet, Tweaktown, reported on the Jim Ryan comments also. We can look at that really quick. Basically, Sony said, here's the direct quote from where they say it. So it was on page 12, paragraph 33 of the document, where he said basically that PlayStation could never catch up with Xbox Game Pass. And that was to the UK regulator. So I wanted to Google the source of that quote, that post up had posted, because I just like to do my due diligence, basically. So that's where it came from. Anyway, what do you think about Jim Ryan's supposed comments saying they're not worried about Game Pass while they're telling the regulators we're super worried about Game Pass? Which is it? Which one's the truth? I don't think Sony's as worried as they're letting on. I think they're hamming it up for regulators. What do you think about the new controller? I think it's cool. Great. offer another controller to your customers. I like that PlayStation offers that new controller. It's like their premier controller that they're offering. I think it's out very soon. A lot of hands-on thoughts about that lately. And I don't think that's J-Dub. I don't think your tweet's as much of a guy as you think it is. But that's just my 2 cents. You know what else? Actually, you should check out. Sorry, I was going to do my outro. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when my content goes live. I lost my train of thought there for a second. Thank you so much to the members for supporting this channel. I really appreciate you doing so. Hit that join button if you want to see all these videos with no ads. I had a whole bunch that I wanted to record. I don't know when these are coming out, but if you want to see the Activision spicy reply, you can check it out here. That one is particularly good. And hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.